Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New York Giants. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Break. And watch your leg. Strong right. Strong right.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to air one out and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
What's your YouTube name?
It should show up as lKastro.
lKastro?
Yeah, because it copies my PlayStation. So the L and then Castro, and then you should see live stream.
Oh, I found it.
I just stopped them, made them punt the ball. I got the ball at the 20. I'm about to start my offense.
Yeah. Got to do better. Come on.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Taylor.
Come on, man. Wide open, son.
Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Terrible quarterback right now, though. Because Matthew Stafford is too slow, so I traded for Tyrod Taylor just because he's fast. But he really can't fucking throw.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Rolling to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
It's kind of delayed. Let's see if I can watch it.
Yeah, it should be like a 2-3 second delay. Because remember, it's like if the guy could watch me pick my plays, he could stop me. So it's gonna be on like a 3-4 second delay.
Oh.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Taylor.
Look,
eluding the pressure right.
Get off me, Chris.
Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Alec Ogletree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Taylor. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
What'd you say?
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of
live stream
downs.
and your live stream at the same time.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike. Oh, you got D? Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd and 7, Taylor escaping the pressure right. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him, but this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
Check curls.
From the gun, Taylor Flush to his right.
Come on,
and
throw
he's
that
gonna
ball.
go down just outside of the 5, right
my
around the
God.
6-yard line. To give the sack to
I had
Lorenzo
that
Carter.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him, but also tell
The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hey,
On 3rd and goal, Taylor to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
First pass, I was
That
there.
drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
All he's trying to do is run with
Not enough time
Saquon
for
Barkley the
product
whole game.
placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 3rd down, Jones.
Going, bitch.
The Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sacked there
Watch
by
that
Nick
blitz
Perry,
that's
the
coming
outside
up.
linebacker.
Give me that ball.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
Blitz, right?
Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That nigga had no change for it. I gotta hold the ball and score a touchdown, and I get the ball back at halftime. I'll be up 10-0. I'll be good.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Come on.
And he fires one
What
that's
a fucking
intercepted.
terrible throw,
Picked off
man.
at the 14.
Son, the
And a
nigga's
big
wide
turnover
open.
there
What kind
as
of
his
throw
guys
was
will
that?
get the football back.
Oh, my
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
Picked off,
Trying
dickhead.
to fit it into Shepard,
touchdown,
but it's
dickhead.
intercepted.
Fuck out of here.
With a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Laggy though, man. His fucking connection such donkey dick.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Look at that bitch.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Quit talking about it and win it.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On second down, here's Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go
Fuck out of here. Third down is blitz down, bitch.
Perry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
Give me that ball
I often
back,
laugh
man,
and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Bird to return.
Oh, damn, that is
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get enough.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. O'Shane Ximines in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now it's Taylor. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21.
To throw is Taylor, operating from the gun. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Come to my work. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, here we go. Hey, check Mike 21. 21, check Mike 21. Check, 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 check.
Final play of the half. It's Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Take it easy, nice and simple on this play.
One set. 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. All day, dog.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check Mike 21, Mike 20.
To throw is Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Taylor. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. You. Pilot, 64, we.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Taylor. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Alec Ogletree in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now Taylor to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Taylor now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin.
Are you
big
kidding
turnover
me?
there as his guys will get the football back.
Pass interference they called on me.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Lions' 1-yard line.
Yo, they robbed me on that pass interference. You seen that into one hand into
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley.
Oh,
and
nigga.
that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Barkley.
Come
and
on,
he is
get it
in.
out.
Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7.
I catch an interception. Gotta be kidding me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his man open out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Yo, do you motherfuckers know I'm the home team?
There have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
I'm the home team and getting robbed.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Just like that. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the gun, Taylor. He's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete.
Beautiful.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. 20.
Ref, can I get a
great
flag?
idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Can I get a
Looks to me,
flag?
partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's
I
applying it now.
gotta go for this touchdown right here. I gotta hit X right now.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down.
Touchdown.
Woo! Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine
Nasty play. You
Kearse.
see that play right
His
there?
4th touchdown
That's
on
a
the
big
year.
zone breaker.
And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
That guy got a stick.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed,
My guy going
it's a beauty.
straight up
And
or
it
that
feels
slant?
like the fade
Now
takes
you only
forever
can
to
stick
develop.
one,
That ball is
nigga.
just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to
That was a
fade
nice
away
play,
from
right?
him
You saw
and
how he
catch the football.
split it
That's
wide
exactly
open.
What happened there.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Yeah, the safety fucked up.
And he'll
He
take
didn't know
it
who to
back to
stick,
about the
like an idiot.
19-yard line.
Set, 8, read.
He's gonna try to run.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. Jones
Fumble.
and the ball's
Give me that
out.
ball.
But fortunately, he's able to
Oh
recover
my
his own
God.
fumble. That could have been trouble.
Oh
He'll
my
wind up getting
God.
right about 4 there on the scramble.
He
and
picked
it's
the
2nd
ball
down.
up.
Well, that was a big
You
oops
kidding
right
me?
there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounce right back on it, keeps possession. Here's a throw
I
that's
know you're
taken
doing
in
the
out of the
Barkley, that's all you
backfield.
do.
It's a 4-yard
Nigga
pickup.
got 10
That'll
yards
bring
off
up
him.
a 3rd
Get the fuck out
down.
of here, you bum.
And just in general, Charles, on a play
You know
like
what's
that, how
coming,
tough
third
is it for the
down.
defense to account for a running back
Blitz down.
essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without
Get him.
weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Oh, that
And
was
he gets
lucky.
it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
He got rid of that shit mad quick.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Give me that
And
shit.
this will be
Ooh,
incomplete.
you so lucky I didn't
Physical
take that.
play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that
I
you
be
see
fucking
open, they
everybody
shrink
up
pretty
with my
rapidly.
D, son. My
How
D
about
is
being
sick.
able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
31's the mic.
Jones now, going to throw again. Completes it to Ellis into the right
Fucking
side.
Get the fuck out of here.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Tate's got
I
it.
missed that hit stick.
And getting
so
this
fucking
just
lucky.
shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And the
outta here,
Lions
boy.
pressure too strong. Down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You
Yeah.
see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To try again after the sack. Jones trying to lay one up deep.
Oh,
This
my.
is caught inside
Are you
the 15.
kidding me, Slay? You're the best
And he's
cornerback.
able to take this way
I
down
got
into
burnt
Detroit
like that.
territory.
Oh,
It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Now Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
because that blitz was coming, bro. That nigga was
And
nervous.
Rosas puts this one through.
I just got to kill this
And they're
clock,
back
man.
within a touchdown.
I
It's
just got to
17 to 10.
first downs and go
All
mad
right, so they
slow.
needed 2 scores to get back
Kill
in the
the
game. The
clock
field
and
goal
win the
there,
game.
maybe not
That's it.
exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've
No
got to get at the
stupid plays.
least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Nice quick passes all game. I'm going to hit my running back a lot on this drive. Watch. Look, my running back's going to be wide open.
On first down, it's Taylor. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I got like this, or people call you a pussy or not.
Fuck them. I'm winning. This fucking football.
Coming up
It
to the
shouldn't
line, and
be
they will
losing.
need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
No, I'm just asking, is that how it is in a video game?
Yeah.
Throwing now,
Look,
Taylor
look.
on first
You keep
down.
blitzing
He
me.
gets this one to Johnson.
I'm out. Touchdown. Cut him. Chuki. Touchdown. Stupid ass.
Detroit.
Good night.
Countdown Johnson.
Thank you. Come
His
again.
4th touchdown on the year.
I knew
And
he was
the
going all out.
Lions add
Blitz
on
is
to their
stupid. He thought I
lead.
was running.
Getting your back involved, what's the
Thank
importance
you.
there
Come
in the
again.
passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone.
Somebody hit that. That's
And the
me.
decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute
You know
warning.
you got to pass the ball, and I'm about to pick that shit up.
Check out. Fair. Go.
Throwing on first down. Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Picked off again.
Down under 2 minutes to go
caught it?
in this football game. And it drops
Oh,
down
it dropped. I was about to
incomplete.
say, he caught that
Thought he
shit?
might
No
have had it.
fucking way.
Instead, second down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
to
The
the
second down
house.
attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Jones to throw on third down.
Nobody.
And that'll be incomplete. They took
That
their
ball,
shot
nigga.
all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I'm
This
scoring
defense
again.
was definitely alert to the
He goes
possibility
for
of
it,
the
I'm
deep ball,
scoring again.
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got
Watch.
the lead, fourth
That nigga's
quarter.
gonna be crying,
Maybe can
that guy.
expect
He's
more
gonna be
passes
like,
like
oh,
that
you're supposed to run
downfield.
the clock
And
out
they're
there.
indeed
Fuck
going to go
you,
for
nigga.
it
You
here on
shouldn't have
fourth
gone
down.
for it.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check me out. 31's the mic.
On fourth down, Jones. Throwing the out
Good
route
pass,
incomplete.
good pass.
It's Tate. They keep
Kept
the
the
game
drive
alive, at
alive.
least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Booth
Working the
review, no
sideline there.
catch.
Good route, good
Oh, I
catch.
was about to
First down,
say.
and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Hey, Echo. 31's the mic.
Jones now. Throwing on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Stop throwing it to
And
that
he
nigga.
knocks
He's
the
on
ball
lockdown,
away, and it
nigga.
falls incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one.
Big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your
Fuck
ears
out.
that time indeed. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Watch the booth. Watch the booth. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, stand off. Let's go, defense. Step.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down.
Give me that ball.
Here
And I'm
he's
running
taken
in.
down.
And I'm running in for a
Hand.
touchdown.
And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old
If he
expression about
blitzes me,
Slim
I'm
and
gonna
none?
fucking-
Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Run up the score on that nigga. That's like finishing him.
His
I don't give
second
a
touchdown
fuck.
of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf. What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Corey Coleman.
Get this
30,
slow bastard.
The 20. 10.
What?
And he is
And
able
you're
to
not
take
scoring.
this way down into Detroit
Unbelievable.
territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Hey, ready?
Jones operating from the gun. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, shoot.
second and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, but now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Oh my God, no end zone.
A little bit of a consolation
I
prize
fucked that
there.
one up. I
Into the
fucking
end
tried
zone.
it with my
Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Detroit, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, you ready?
Yeah, I'm switching over.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They're on attack when they tackle like damages. They're react to play it back on the camera. Hot boys, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles.
Broadcasting, hold on. Stop